Hello, my name's Janelle. This is the first video in the series Essential Diamond Guide. I'm just going to give you an overview of the diamond chart. Basically, the diamond chart just gives you an idea of the way that diamonds are categorized, their cut, their carat, their color, and their clarity. Often also referred to as the 4 C's. Sometimes people add the 5th C of certificate. Sometimes also people say the 5th C is cost, so it varies. So to start with, we have the cut of the diamond. Now right up the top here in this chart, now I'll just zoom in on that. Basically you've got whether the diamond is well cut in terms of its proportion, or whether it is cut too deep or too shallow. Now what this means is if you've got a diamond that is cut too deep, the light is not going to come back out the top of the diamond. Basically it's not going to refract back out the top of the diamond, which means your diamond is not going to be as sparkly as it could be. And similarly, if the diamond is cut too shallow, the light goes through the diamond instead of refracting back out the top of the diamond. So basically you're looking for a well-proportioned stone. Now next still on our topic of cut is the actual shape of the diamond, the overall form of it. Now I've just got a few cuts here. We have emerald cut, marquise cut, pear cut, oval shaped, round brilliant cut, heart shaped, and princess cut. Now these are some very popular shapes. There's lots and lots of other shapes, but this is just an introduction, so we'll stick to that for cut for now. Now our next section of this is carat. Carat is actually a weight, so a heavier diamond will be typically larger than a smaller diamond, but carat is not a measure of size, it is a measure of weight. 1 carat equals 1/5 of a gram. In our diagram we've got relative sizes, so a 0.1 of a carat or 0.10 is also often referred to as 10 points. So you've got 100 points in a carat, so 100 points equals 1 carat. So someone says, oh, there's 2 25 pointers in the ring, then that is 2 times 0.25 of a carat. Often people love to have a carat in their engagement ring. I mean, some people have 1/4 of a carat, some people have 2 carat. Just depends on the look that you want and also, of course, your budget. Now this next section of our diamond chart is colour. Now there's a fair bit of confusion about this in terms of people thinking that they have to get a D or E colour diamond in order for it to be white. An F or G colour diamond is still a very beautiful white diamond, unless you have very white light and almost grading laboratory conditions. It's going to be very hard to see anything other than white in an F or G coloured stone. Even H can be a very nice colour. Also, with regard to the colour, if you're setting the diamond in yellow gold, then you can possibly go for a lower colour than if you're setting it in white gold, because the yellow of the gold will contrast with the whiteness of the diamond. Alright, so coming back to our chart, we've got D is technically the whitest of all, and you've got E, F, G, H, and so on, and right down to Z. Now after the colour hits Z, it becomes a fancy coloured diamond, so it's not part of that colour chart. It's a separate chart, so we'll discuss those in a future sessions. So basically, to recap, your colour is graded from D down to Z. The lowest in colour I've actually seen is an M, but there are lower colours around. You'll find them on the internet. So basically when you're choosing a diamond, it is a choice between the cost that you want to spend and also which characteristics you want. So some people might say, I want a really big diamond, the biggest I can afford. I'm willing to compromise on other factors. Other people would rather have a smaller gem that is very, very high in quality. Alright, so next we move on to clarity. Now clarity is graded in the following way. Your highest clarity of all is flawless, then internally flawless, then VVS1, VVS2, VS1, VS2, SI1, SI2, I1, I2, I3. So what do these mean? I've already explained the flawless and internally flawless, but VVS is very, very slightly included. VS is very slightly included. SI is slightly included, and I is included. When I say that a diamond is included, inclusions are the little natural flaws and marks that occur in the stone. Now there are a number of different types of those flaws and marks. Some of them can be white, some of them can be black, some of them can be clear coloured. Basically imagine you've got a scratch on glass. Sometimes the flaws look like that. They look like tiny little scratches or marks within the stone. If the flaws reach the surface of the stone, then the stone is classified as included, or at least I1. It may be below that, I2 or I3. I is also sometimes called PK, just a different terminology for the same thing. Now with this, again, there is some confusion. Sometimes people think that their 1 and 2 are numbers of flaws. They are not the number of flaws in the diamonds. It's just that 1 is a higher grade than 2 in each category. Now, regarding a good value point, I often find VS1 to VS2 and SI1 stones. They can look very good and be very good value. If you've got an unlimited budget, you can definitely go for higher. You can definitely have VVS1 or VVS2, but you're often paying for something that is very hard to see. So basically you just want something where the markings are not visible to the naked eye. When you get to SI2 and lower, you definitely can see markings, but it depends where they are. You might get an SI2 diamond where the flaw is on the edge. So in that case, that may be covered by the setting once the diamond's set. So again, it's very important to look at the actual diamond that you're buying. The chart is a guideline just to give you an overall structure, but what you're actually looking at is a real stone. So, and each one is different. Even if 2 stones are called FVS1, they may differ quite considerably. And the way that they're normally looked at is through a 10 times loupe or a 10 times magnifier, like a little magnifying glass that most jewelers will have on hand, so you can use that when you go shopping for your diamond. Alright, so that concludes our very brief overview of the diamond chart. I'll be going into more depth in future sessions. Thanks for listening. If you're thinking about buying a diamond, I have also written a guide which you should find useful. It's available from essentialdiamondguide.com. It has a number of other charts, diagrams, images, photographs, and written information which should assist you in your purchase. Thanks for listening. Bye.